Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the online forums and tutorials to solve a creative puzzle that's been buzzing all over the place. How to build the ultimate portable studio by combining two modern legends.
We're talking about merging two of the most popular tools in modern music production, the Teenage Engineering EP133K02 and the fan-favorite Koala Sampler app. The big goal here? To make them work together as one single, seamless, and super powerful instrument.
All right, so first things first, let's get properly introduced to the two main characters in today's creative tech story. So on one side, you've got the KOIE. It's this fantastic piece of hardware, super tactile, with those clicky, really satisfying keys and a very hands-on workflow. And on the other side, you have the Koala Sampler, which is this incredibly powerful and flexible app that basically puts a whole studio right in your pocket.
Okay, so here's the big question that keeps popping up online. Why would you even want to combine these two? Why not just pick one and master it? Well, it turns out each one has something the other is kind of desperate for.
In this quote right here, from YouTuber Chordmaster, it totally nails Koala's one big drawback. He points out that, the app is an absolute beast for chopping up samples, but trying to get new audio into it from an external source, it can be a real hassle. You need extra gear, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of a simple, portable setup.
And then you flip over to the other side of the coin. A Redditor, Max the Band, points out that the KO2 has that one thing that so many producers are looking for in a portable setup, those pressure-sensitive keys. This lets you program really expressive, human-sounding drum patterns that are just so hard to get right on a flat touchscreen.
So you see where this is going, right? The mission is crystal clear. People want to use the KOIT's fantastic keys to control the powerful brain inside the Koala app, and then be able to easily sample sounds back and forth between them. The real challenge, though, which you see all over the forums, is just making that connection work smoothly.
All right, let's roll up our sleeves and get into the nitty-gritty. The very first piece of this puzzle is getting these two devices to actually talk to each other. And the language they speak, it's MIDI.
Yeah, for anyone who's maybe a little new to this stuff, just think of MIDI like this. It's not the actual sound. It's more like digital sheet music. It's just a set of instructions. So the KO2 sends a message that says, play a C note and play it hard, and the Koala Sampler gets that message and plays whatever sound it has assigned to that C note.
So, according to a bunch of users online, the first quick win here is just syncing up the tempo. And honestly, it's pretty simple. You just need a USB-C cable, you connect the two, tell Koala to send out its MIDI clock, and then set the KO2 to receive it. Boom! Now when you press play in the app, the hardware kicks in right on time.
But, and this is a big but, this is the exact spot where so many people get totally stuck. Their sequencers are running in time, which is great, but then you hit a pad on the KO2 and crickets. Nothing happens in Koala. It's a super common point of frustration you see all over the forums. Okay, so here's the secret sauce, the trick that the community figured out. It turns out you have to individually tell each pad on the KO2, hey, you're supposed to be sending out MIDI data. You do it by holding Shift and Sound, jumping into the MIDI menu, and then assigning a specific MIDI channel and note. Once you do that, your pads will finally trigger the sounds in Koala.
Okay, progress. Our devices are talking to each other, but they're not really sharing yet. Now we have to figure out how to get them to pass actual sound back and forth, for sampling and resampling.
And believe me, this is the next major hurdle. Because unlike MIDI, you can't just magically send audio back and forth over that same USB cable. It's a completely different animal.
And this is where people really start hitting a brick wall. They figure out pretty fast that the KO2 just doesn't send audio over its USB port. Then they try a simple headphone adapter. And nope, the iPhone doesn't see it as an input. You need a dedicated audio interface. There's just no way around it.
So after what sounds like a ton of trial and error and probably a lot of returned Amazon packages, the community basically settled on this one little device, the Rode AI Micro. It's compact, it's reliable, and here's the crucial part. It can handle stereo input, which is something a lot of other tiny interfaces just can't do.
And this right here, this is the final kind of brilliant solution. You route the KO2's output into the Rode interface, and then you take the interface's headphone out and plug it right back into the KO2's input. What you've just made is a perfect closed audio loop. Sound can flow from the hardware to the software and back again, and you never have to swap a single cable. It's so good.
Okay, so let's take a step back. We've got MIDI and audio finally playing nice together.
What have we actually built here? What does this ultimate portable studio actually let you do? What you end up with is this amazing hybrid instrument that truly is the best of both worlds. You get that hands-on, tactile control from the KO2, you get those expressive, velocity-sensitive pads, but now you've unlocked all of Koala's awesome software effects, its super easy sample chopping, and a totally seamless resampling workflow between the two.
You know, the coolest part about all of this? This whole solution wasn't designed by some big company. It was pieced together bit by a community of musicians who just wanted their favorite tools to be even better. It really makes you wonder, right? Maybe the future of making music isn't about finding that one perfect all-in-one box. Maybe it's about creating our own unique, powerful, personalized combinations.